Okay, I'll explain this really quickly because it took me. You just have to match the rhymes with the rhymes that are in the numbers. So there's these 6 down the bottom, and then you line up with the other 6 here in Roman numerals. And we've got Burn and Cry. I think that's the first one. Seventh Saturated Break. The Wealth of Others I did take, so that's... that's all the sense it needs to make. Okay, this one, no, this is number 2. These are just the ones that I've got. I've seen in other playthroughs different answers for these, but these are the 6 questions that I got. I'll read them all out at the end with the correct answers, and you have to choose which Roman numeral. So when you put the rope on, it has to be the Roman numeral that I'm guessing lines up the best with James's story, which I've got, I think, number 6 here. I waited long, I bid my time, I waited to commit my crime. Yeah, see, that's James. In my playthrough, it's number 6. That's a man did take. That is number 6 there. I'll just get the rest of these done quickly. After all, yeah, My Only Daughter is number 3 in my playthrough. That's, I think, Harry Mason's story is number 3. So that's from the first game. Sunbrain, in my pocket. So yeah, that's the rob the pharmacy. Yeah, I had robbed the pharmacy. So I'll read these out now. These are the ones that match up in my playthrough. And I've got number 6 here, that's my one. So the first one is, for your grace I do not plead, for the flames I did set free. Sisters shrieked and children cried. No one made out alive. I watched them burn, I heard them cry. I felt a soothing warmth inside. It felt so good, I cannot lie. And for my bliss they had to die. The wealth of others I did take, the 7th statue I did break, and yet my deeds I don't regret. I had my reasons, that is that. What were those reasons, you might ask? The truth allow me to unmask. I see, I crave, I need, I take. 'Tis all the sense it needs to make. And then this, number 3 is Harry. Harry Mason. I took the child, you are quite right, carried her off into the night. She did not scream, she did not bawl. I was her father after all. My only daughter, joy of days. They wanted to take you away. Hush, little baby, and be still. If I can't have you, no one will. I think that's kind of like Harry Mason in Silent Hill 1. This is number 3. Once the sun has ceased its rain, I cut through the rusty chain. I pushed the door and snuck within, filled my pockets to the brim, so my guilt is plain to see. I had robbed the pharmacy, yet I did so not for gain, but so I could ease the pain. And then number 5, which is different in some playthroughs. Mummy dearest, mummy sweet, your love for me was so deep. Why? You shouted out. When my knife pierced through your heart, you were oh so kind to me, filled my heart with joy and glee. In the end, it was for naught. Why? You ask, why not? That's messed up. That last one's messed up. So mine is number 5, because I did my time for my crimes. Oh wait, no, it's number 6. I chose the wrong one. Oops. I'm gonna have to get out of here. Good thing is I can just run straight to the exit. I figured out where it is and how to get there straight away. So if you get trapped down here, it's okay, just run straight to this red door, go through this crack. Yeah, I did this quite a few times because I was trying to figure out how this puzzle worked. And I kept seeing go through 5, that's why I accidentally went through it. But it's number 6 lines up for me, I didn't even read it. Number 6 for me is... I waited long, I bid my time, I waited to commit my crime. The man appeared, he saw me not. A bloody end is what he got. In truth, he was less man than beast, and on my flesh and soul he'd feast. My will to live he'd try to break. There is so much a man can take. Yeah, that's me. Number 6. Okay, again, I gotta look for the lock in here. It's right at the end, I think. None of them open. Real big doors. Okay, I gotta jump down this. Okay, the body of a man later identified as Thomas Orso or something. That is that is Maria's father, I think. No, that's that's Angela's father. Um, Thomas or something Lumberjack, age 39, was discovered in the something lying face down, something. The probable cause of death was multiple stab wounds to the front of the neck and left side of the torso by a sharp-edged weapon. The estimated something time of death was somewhere between 11 and 12:30 midnight. Due to signs of a struggle in the room and a lack of murder weapon, the police are considering the homicide to have opened a murder investigation. Are considering this a homicide and have opened a murder investigation. Furthermore, given the fact that the cash in the room was untouched, Mr. Something had a history of drunkenness and violence. The police detective that was not a robbery and it was a crime of passion. So from this, if you know Angela's last name is also the same as this guy Thomas's last name, you can figure out pretty much that she killed her dad at the age of 39. Well, he was the age of 39, so you can imagine she was quite young. Yeah, I think we're going to enter into the Angela boss fight in a second. We're going to find out the deal with Angela right now.
Please. I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please.
Angela? Angela, it's me.
No, please. Daddy!
aren't you sick? Care of you. All these years. What I did? Look at me! Where would you go? Nothing. No one. Harris. Best for you. What you want.
It's okay. Calm down.
Don't order me around!
I'm not. It's okay. It's over.
Don't even try.
Try what?
Like you don't know. I see what you're doing. It's always the same with you. You're only after one thing.
Angela, please.
You don't have to lie. Go ahead. Say it. Or you could just force me. Like he always did. You disgusting pig. I hate you. I hate you.
Angela. I don't know who you think I am, but I don't want to hurt you. I just want to get my Mary back.
You're Mary. Your own little Mary. At least she was. For a while.
What?
Admit it. You didn't want her around anymore.
No.
You probably found someone else.
No!
I need to find my mama.
I never.
Okay, so Angela's dad, Thomas, who died, who was stabbed to death. Yeah, very clearly you can see what he did. It's not good. It's not good. I'm glad he's dead. And Angela also correctly assumed, well, she must have felt the Diddy energy because she correctly assumed James went to the Diddy parties. And I think much like Laura, all the innocent characters kind of get a sense of like, someone's not, you know, more or less yeah, more or less morally ambiguous, I guess. I don't know about Eddie. Why Laura was hanging around Eddie. Or how Maria knows Laura. Or how Angela doesn't know about Laura. It's kind of the mystery of this game, but you know, obviously some people are more traumatized and victimized than other characters. Angela being the case here. And see, Eddie doesn't seem too victimized. Maria, maybe, to some degree. I mean, we just saw her die, but yeah, we'll see in a second.
Maria? Maria! I thought that thing killed you. Are you hurt?
Not at all, silly.
But the thing... It stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator and then...
James, what are you talking about?
Just before. Don't you remember?
James? Honey? Did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything. But you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
I'm not your Mary.
So you are Maria.
I am. If you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
Doesn't matter who I am. I am here for you, James. See? I'm real. Don't you want to touch me?
I don't know.
Well. If you happen to make up your mind. I'll be waiting.
I'll find some way to... I'll come back, I promise.
Okay, you just have to turn that face up. And so we've just seen there that Maria is not dead, and she's somehow down here in the belly of the prison. How did she survive? We do not know. Is it explained? I don't think so. But hey, Maria's alive and she's here, so that's what we're working with. Okay, can I get up here?